back. It is Better You Week on San Diego Living, and this morning we are showing you how to live a better life. All you have to do is see wellness every day. San Diego's cool counselor Jeff K. Larsen is here this morning to show us what does C stand for and how do we incorporate it in our everyday life.
How are you, Kirsten? It's good to see you again.
So great to see you.
Great to be back for Wellness Week. I love it. So we're going to talk about the 3 basic fundamentals of wellness.
Yes.
And they might seem really elementary to you.
Well, that's what I was going to say. They may seem really simple,
yeah,
but there is a lot of research behind this. And if we do these things, we can truly feel much better.
Exactly. And this is why I chose these 3 topics today, because clients would come in. We'd work on these deep psychological issues, you know, like your mother stuff and your family of origin and your sister that hit you and, you know, all of those things that can affect your life.
Right.
But we would often not get anywhere with the client because we weren't backtracking to these fundamentals, which I call C. We've got to see into our mental health. We've got to see into our well-being. So it's S-E-E.
And what does that stand for?
Okay, ready for the first one?
Yes.
Okay, S. S should be a no-brainer, sleep. Sleep is a huge problem. I was talking to a former client who's doing very well now, and I was asking her, you know, what do you think your big problem was? And she said, you know, I did all the psychological work. My diet was wonderful. My relationships were great. My job was good. My health was really good, except for the fact that my sleep was awful. So
how much sleep do you need to get a night to truly be well?
So check with your doctor, but the general guideline is usually between 6 to 8 hours. Some people like 9. A few people do fine on 5. You need to ask yourself, am I having trouble falling asleep, staying asleep, or both? And then go see a sleep specialist or a doctor. But for sure, tell your therapist, me, or whoever it would be.
Tell our cool counselor.
Tell your cool counselor.
Okay, so that's S.
So that's S.
What about the first E?
So the first E is eat. You've got to eat. It's another thing I think that people overlook. You know, they come into their therapist's office. Your therapist should ask about your diet. It's standard protocol. But you need to let your therapist know what your eating is like. Do you eat no breakfast, no lunch, and a huge dinner? Do you pick a little bit at breakfast, eat a humongous lunch, and no dinner? Do you just eat dinner? It's important to feed your body throughout the day. It's essential for well-being.
Okay, and I know something that you're very passionate about, the last E, exercise.
Yes, so there is sleep, eat, and exercise. Exercise is so huge. If I could get clients to do one thing, just one, besides sleep and eat, it would be exercise. But here's what people don't understand. They think, oh my gosh, I've got to be a Zumba expert, or I have got to do Taekwondo 5 times a day, which is not the case at all. There was a recent study done with thousands of subjects, and what they found was 20 minutes of brisk walking increased the serotonin and the other neurotransmitters in the brain and made the patients feel better.
Yeah, they're finding these direct correlations between exercising and then how happy people are.
Yes.
So it's very interesting.
Yeah, there's another, do we have time for a little more?
Sure,
another study?
Go
There
for
was
it.
another study where they had 3 groups, and they had one group that just exercised, okay, and they were all clinically depressed. And then they had another group that just took antidepressants, okay? Then the third group took antidepressants and exercised, and Kirsten, who do you think did the best?
The one who just exercised?
Yes.
Okay.
Just the ones who exercised. And the theory behind it was they felt like they mastered their happiness. Do you see? So in their brain they thought, well, I didn't even take a pill. And listen, I'm all supportive of antidepressants.
Sure.
They're part of my business. I believe in them. But if you can do it on your own, you have a sense of mastery. So isn't that fascinating?
That is. And I want to touch real quick on the reason you are the cool counselor is because you provide affordable therapy to people that do need it.
I do.
Okay, so wonderful. Thank you so much for being
here
today.
You bet, Kristen. Thanks so much. It's great to see you as always.
Good to see you. See your way to feeling better and living a better life. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
and for more information, just head to our website, san diego6.com, and just click on San Diego Living.